Now we need to get a statement win against another top club. We're still somehow winning the division after 2 straight losses and failures. Ah, boy. Do I have any adjustments I want to make? I guess, I mean, it's not really the team playing bad. It's kind of, I played 1 game with the team. There's nothing to worry about here. Let's hop in. Let's load in. We're down 1 again. We got to make a comeback. This time we got a little bit more time to do it. 3 innings on the road. It's so bad they left me in for 7 innings. I really wonder if that last run was what put it over the edge. Like, if I got out of that game with 4 runs allowed, they took me out after 6. Like that, I feel like that would have been good. That would have given me it.
Vanderbilt player in college World Series player, all that good stuff, but really coming into his own. And that one fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. He's a bad ball hit.
Man, I've been on for what, a little over an hour. It is getting hot in my room. This is what I was worried about. I have a very warm room. And especially when I don't have like the window or door open or anything. I think it's because I have a PlayStation on, a PC on, all this hardware. It's basically like space heaters. And it's only going to get warmer.
And now the count is even. Bounce to the left side.
Well,
Whips it to first on the
oh, I thought we had a chance of running that out. Dude, I got to make some better swing. I haven't been pitching well. I haven't been hitting well today. What's going on?
execution. Foul ball there.
Toxic. I don't even want to talk about it. You don't even know what happened. I failed. I am... You see here, I'm not pitching with him in the big leagues. I failed a pitcher-player lock.
It's a ball and 2 strikes. One down, base is empty.
There we go. All right, finally a good piece of hitting. Oh, we're going to be getting 3 on this. He's tumbling out there. He lost his balance. That's huge. A free triple that should have been a single. And now all we need is a fly ball to tie it. Yeah, exactly. What? It doesn't even make sense, does it? They left me in. I had those 4 runs allowed. I got through 6 innings without allowing any more. I think you left when I gave up that 4th run. And then they threw me back out there in the 7th with no energy. I gave up 1 more. If they would have just taken me out when I was already, like, no energy, just finished the 6th. It was from September 3rd, 2023. Yeah, I was doing good right after the home run. Like, I was shutting him down. Maybe that's why they left me in, and then it ruined it.
Looks the corner. Strike 1. Don't be surprised to ball on the ground in the corners if they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base. Now they hit the knees for a strike. All right, now you may have not liked either of the
Joey Votto is in your franchise. He's 52 years old and still playing with a 99 potential.
close to the zone.
I doubt he gets there.
Misses without
I don't know if he has what it takes to reach that 99. He might be done for.
plate so that he can't
I've never seen somebody stay in for or stay in the league, stay in a sim for that long. What's his overall?
with the go-ahead run at the plate. Here the top half of it.
Oh, he's good? Huh? How did I miss that? Oh, okay. I mean, I guess that's why it felt weird, because I did have good timing. That was real bad. We were in a spot where all I needed to do was make contact that wasn't a pop-up and we'd score, and I failed.
This level of next man up, that mentality is what causes them to win series, get into the postseason.
97. Yeah, that has to be some kind of weird glitch.
On the ground,
I mean, that's fun. Oh no, I did toxic. That is the kind of day we're having. Stranding base runners with 1 out on 3rd. You found me through the White Sox March to October, and that's still going, and you've enjoyed it? Well, I'm glad to hear that. It's still going. We're just, this is alternate March to October here. on a stream. Stream exclusive. You can't do that in, well, I guess you've played more March to October than I have at this point. But from what I know, you can't really change sliders in March to October. Maybe you can, and I just never knew. Do I want Merriweather in? Probably not. Let's go to our new arm. Let's get our new guy in here. Why not? I threw one pitch, but it doesn't matter. You've been watching since the Nats March to October, so not that long. But decently long. Nobody gets any references you make about that series. Where do you make references about this series? I don't have that much reach, so if you're making reference to it like in a friend group, yeah, you're probably not gonna get it. Maybe one day. Maybe one day we'll get to the point where, you know, half the population is watching MLB The Show, and then everyone will know what you're talking about. I'm sure that'll happen. Pack Attack episode, man, you went back and you did your research. One day I'll get 4 billion subs. I mean, I'm on pace for one day, technically, right? That'd be on pace.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time
Here since 1.3 billion. That's what it's going to be like for Mr. Beast soon. It feels like. I mean, like, I feel like I started watching him relatively early on, and he had like 2 million subs already, which does seem like relatively early on compared to where he's at now, but still, it's 2 million. Oh, it was a 4. I was wondering what you meant. I thought you meant that, like, I don't know, I thought you were talking something about the last pitcher player lock, 4-0. Man, I was thinking about it the other day, and I really think it's the ranked program that has made so many people quit ranked games. Which, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, that having the ranked program's a bad thing. It's just like, that's a unfortunate side effect, is the fact that people quit. Because back when it was just the rating and whatever, you know, level you made it to based on your rating, people wouldn't quit as much because the win was all that mattered. But now that it's the stats that matter in your program progress, people don't really care about the wins as much. You started watching me in my Mets March to October. I like to hear that. That whole, I guess, series of the Mets, Angels, and Padres March to October, those were just kind of experiments that didn't quite go as well as I thought. But I'm glad to hear that somebody picked me up from that. We're gonna blow this up 3-0 in the count. And I did. I swung at ball 4 also. Awesome. I'm having a great day on the game, guys. You forgot you have him under contract for 10 more years. We're gonna have a 62-year-old Joey Votto hitting tanks. Well, how many like career home runs is he up to if he's had this resurgence back up to 99 power? You only play offline franchise and Road to the Show. How's Road to the Show this year? I guess I haven't tried either franchise or Road to the Show, but I imagine usually franchise is the same experience. Dude, if I'm not hitting that pitch right now, I am having all kinds of issues today. You've been a lifelong Cubs fan, going back to the days of Aramis, Ramirez, Zambrano, and Derek Lee, even further back with Sosa. See, I'm not going to lie. Back in the Aramis, Ramirez, Zambrano, Derek Lee days, that was when I was young and I was bought in to the Cubs-White Sox rivalry. So I kind of hated the Cubs at that time. I don't anymore. I find the Cubs to be difficult to dislike, actually. Dude, I don't know what's going on. This is the worst I've played in a while. You know what it is? It's because I've been playing so much Fallout lately. Not enough MLB, too much Fallout, and I'm losing my skill. You don't have the best plate vision discipline because basically everything looks like a strike to me. That's how it's looking to me today. Man. Okay. I did something right there, right? That's going? Okay, yeah, we're good. We're back on track. Bellinger turning around the fastball up and in. We're right back on track. Road to the show is a lot better. It's fun. There's a draft combine now. Russell Wilson Road to the show is wild. Did you go back to watch that? Because that's rough. I would not recommend it. I don't know if that's what you're referencing. I'm guessing it is, but man, those were rough times. 838 home runs for Votto. That's insane. He's still got 10 years to go. The difference between me and you is that I hit better than you and you play on rookie. How long have you been playing? I'm sure you've told me before, but I don't remember. Oh, you just see it in playlist? Yeah, it's don't watch it. Trust me. There is a reason that on the back end that video has like 300 and some views and it has like an average view duration of about 45 seconds. You're simming a season right now. Gotta see where he's at after one more year. Since 21. You got a couple years under your belt. I started playing MLB in MLB 09, and I wasn't any good at the game until like 15. So it takes a little bit. Baseball games are not really easy to pick up and play. Okay, there we go. You keep trying to play an amateur starting March to October, 0-14. What level's amateur? I know they added in a couple more. That's in between beginner and rookie, right? And then there's another one there too. You watched 4 seconds and you couldn't. I don't blame you. Knocking down that average view duration even further. No, honestly, sometimes I wonder if those old videos with garbage views and garbage view duration and all that stuff, I wonder if that's what's like holding back the channel from a wider reach. I don't want to delete those because I think it's fun to go back and see like how far I've come, I guess, like how bad that was then and how much better it is now. But I'm starting to think that it might be better to go ahead and like unlist those or something. Maybe it would help. Nobody's going back and watching them anyway, so. You started in 22 when it came out to Switch, but you had MLB 2K12 on the Wii. Man, I mean, obviously, new people would come in on the Switch, but that's probably not your best introduction to the game. I've seen how the game runs on Switch, and it looks kind of rough. Beginner, amateur, minors, rookie, from easiest to hardest. Okay, I forgot about the minors one. You play on minors, no PCI, start in 21. The difference between you now and last year is you play on rookie instead of minors. See, you're making the adjustments. I think, like I said, I went from like MLB 09 to 15 not being that good at the game. I think I just camped out on like veteran. Like I got comfortable playing on veteran and then I just stuck there, and then finally in 15 I was like, you know what? I'm bumping it up to all-star. And then I did. And it was tough. But it got better. See you, Jeff. Thanks for all the heart reactions. Oh man, I didn't even realize what count it is. It's probably been 3-2 for a while, and I should have been taking off. Dude, wasn't it bad? If you sit on anything else except fastball, you miss the fastball. If you sit on fastball, you miss anything except the fastball. That is a problem that everybody has on any difficulty. Of course, I end the at-bat by rolling over on it. You gotta sit fastball, though. Like, That's what I've learned is you got to sit fastball and then just try and react to anything else. He finished the season with 44 home runs and had an 87. So is that a decrease, or did he get even better to an 87? That's wild. I've never heard of a glitch like that. Usually MLB The Show is so opposite with the age, and people regress way before they should. Rob's here? What's going on, Rob? I was hoping you'd show up, because last time when you dropped that 10, I was thinking about it afterwards, and I'm like, did I actually thank him for that, or did I just kind of acknowledge it and then say I don't know how to react when people give me money? Because if I didn't thank you for it, then thank you.
Right-handed reliever. He fouls it off. Will do it again. Here's a 1-2.
There we go. All right, we expanded his zone a little bit there. I definitely thanked you. Okay, good, because it was on my mind afterwards, and I was like, uh-oh. You started playing on veteran this year. Nice. Increasing that difficulty. I love to hear it. We'll get him warmed up just in case. Probably should have done this before. I guess Miller still had plenty of energy.
You're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone.
Only by 10 decrease. So he was a 97. If he's going down 10, that's a pretty steep decrease. He might not have the 10 years left in him.
Tosses to first, and that quickly 2 away. That's a huge defensive play.
Oh, 10 less homers? Got it.
Might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Ah, dude, we can't even escape the bloopers now that we're controlling the whole team. At least we already have 2 outs. Doesn't do too much damage.
It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. You let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ooh, you never see that call. Okay, I like it. And there we go. Fastball up and away, sits him down. We got to score here. I don't want to lose on a walk-off. Votto hit 74 homers the year after you started the franchise. That is that's numbers that you don't ever see. I really thought I did something there at first. You know, I was just thinking about it. All you guys saying that, you started playing MLB within the last couple of years. I also asked you if Road to the Show was good, and you said it was good. But I guess to me, I always think back to, like, I don't know how far back I think for Road to the Show, but I'm thinking maybe, like, the MLB 10 days. 10, 11, 12, those Road to the Shows. You guys missed out. That was a good time. I guess the mode itself wasn't like that much more in depth, but just the progression system was so much more fun, at least to me. You earned points, and then you had to spend those points in certain categories. That was a lot more fun to me than just the what is it? You get a hit and you get a contact boost. I don't even know. Do they still have that whole archetype perk system this year? I would assume they did, because if they changed it, I would have heard about it. To be fair, when MLB 10 released, you weren't born yet. Well, that would do it. Man, I just remember the first time I got MLB 09 and I realized that Road to the Show was a thing. I just poured myself into that mode. And it took me like 2 seasons to even get called up. But I was so hooked. Oh my... This dude's circle change is eating me alive. Yeah, I do miss that too, Rob. Honestly, I miss the even earlier ones. Like, they updated eventually where you spent like a set amount and that was, you know, upgrading a point. But I miss even earlier where you just put however many points you wanted into a specific type of training, and then there was like a meter that you had to get all the way up to then increase by 1. I think that's similar to how it is now with the performance progression, where you have to fill up that meter, and then once it's filled you get a point. But it was like that, but with the points system, where you spent points to fill up the meter, and then once the meter was full, so you didn't know exactly how much or how many points it took to improve an attribute. Dude, why is this guy still in the game? Like, I know he's been pitching pretty well, but 33 pitches, running low on energy, I gotta do some damage against him, right? I feel like I'm being really patient, and then I just, like, I don't get the big hit right now. And, yep, there again, we get to 3 balls, get the fastball, like, right there, and then nothing. Been a gamer since day 1. What was our first games? Does anybody remember their very first video games? Because I don't know if I remember what mine is, at least the first one that I would remember playing. I mean, I remember playing, it was like MLB 2001, I think it was called. That was definitely my first baseball game, but I don't know if that was my first game. Lego Star Wars 3, that's like the one that I haven't played. I played 1, I played 2, I played Complete Saga, and then I played a decent chunk of the newest one. Somehow I missed Lego Star Wars 3. Eventually, one day, we'll get to the point on here, on this channel, where I'm streaming more often, and I'll start playing some other games, and the Lego Star Wars games is on my list.
Next offering is in for a strike. Kicks and fires. Good spot there, but didn't.
Oh, you like the newest one better than 3? I mean, 3, I did have it, and I played it a little bit. I just, like, didn't get far into it at all. But I do remember 3 being a lot of fun. So I don't know why I didn't get into it.
Swinging for the strikeout. Gets to it on
Yours was Donkey Kong on the N64. I mean, that's a game. That's a game that I don't think I've ever played. I never had the Nintendos. My first console, I never had any Nintendos until the Wii. I had the PS1 after the PS2 came out, because I had a cousin who got the PS2, so they're getting rid of their one, and we got it.
Ramirez at the dish.
Imagine opening up your average JK Perfect 10 stream and I'm doing side quests on Tatooine. Like, I'm telling you, man, one day we're gonna play other games. Like, right now, I am hooked on playing Fallout 4, and that's probably why I'm not hitting as well today as I normally do, because I haven't been, like, playing MLB as much. But man, like, I'm not as into other games as a lot of people, but there's some other games that I definitely enjoy playing, and I'd love to play through.
And the count 1-2.
Your first baseball game was All-Star Baseball 02. See, I think the one that I'm thinking of for me, it was just called MLB 2001. I think those were like the precursors to MLB The Show. Like, I think it was the same developers before they changed their name to Sony San Diego, but I think I've just been an MLB The Show guy through and through. 3K sub special, maybe. It depends. I mean, I'm kind of thinking if I would expand to different games, I'd probably start with other sports games first, see how that goes, and then, you know, maybe we go from there. Your first sports games was Madden 20, and your first MLB The Show game was 21. Man, Madden 20 was like the beginning of the end for me, for Madden. That was the last Madden that I bought right away. And then I got 21. I bought it around Christmas time when it was on sale. And I haven't gotten Madden since. You missed the bigs. I played the bigs 2 on the Wii. That was my only experience with that one, but it was fun. Oh my god. Okay. Madden 20 was the last good Madden. I think a lot of people would disagree with you on that. What was the one? Is it 16? Was where it kind of... Well, actually, a lot of people say it went downhill since 13, but more recently, I can't remember if it was like 16 or somewhere between 16, 17, and 18. Your first sports game was Madden 05. That was a little earlier than my... Well, not my first sports game, but my first Madden game was 08 on the PS2. And that was a classic. Such a good game. That's another thing that I would, if we're talking about me potentially in the future streaming other games. I was just about to say, Rob, not PGA 2K23. I was going to say I would also love to play some old games, old sports games too specifically. Tiger Woods PGA 2005 is one of my favorite games of all time. Like, there's just something about that game that was just incredible. I haven't ever really been able to get into any of the newer golf games after that. I can't remember which one I played, but it was free at one point, so I downloaded it and gave it a try, and it didn't hit the same as classic Tiger Woods 05. Oh, did we do it? Seiya Suzuki with the perfect please leaf. There we... Oh, no. No, it didn't leave. I thought that was gone. Okay, I mean, we got a run. But man, it would have been nice for that to go. MVP 06 NCAA baseball. Never played that one. I only played MVP 05, and that's also classic. It was something about those EA games in 2005. Or the 2005 branded games, at least. That looked meaty to me. Can't believe I rolled over on that. I didn't get my closer warmed. Man, we're sitting here talking about old games, and I forgot to get Adbert warmed up. I mean, we'll get him warmed now in case we need him, but it's on Hector. You loved NCAA baseball as well, mainly used the Long Beach State Dirtbags. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've ever played an NCAA. I would be kind of interested to play the new college football game coming out. If anyone has experienced the atrocities of Madden Tour, I'm sorry, I don't even know what that is, so guess I have not experienced those atrocities. Oh my god. With these bloop hits. How do I stop this? Like, that's not a bad pitch. We jammed him. We got weak contact. I gotta bring the infield in, right? The option's not even there. They're really gonna make me go all the way into this menu to bring the infield in. Should I go all the way in or should I go halfway? I'm gonna go halfway. Kind of need a punch out here. NFL Tour? I still don't know what that is. So again, I guess I've avoided those atrocities, whatever they are. I guess walking this dude wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, because that seems like what's about to happen. Good thing I got Adbert ready to go, because he is coming in right after this AB. Alright, you know what? Whatever. Whatever. That's probably better at this point anyway. Now we got the force at home. Yeah, no, we got a mound visit to get him a little bit more energy. This will be save of the year if you convert this, Adbert. You can't get attached to any other team but the Red Sox in March to October other than the Angels? I've enjoyed playing as other teams. Obviously I have my White Sox bias with all those different March to Octobers I played with them, but I don't know, I can get into it. We don't even have anybody else with full energy. I guess we'll warm up Javier Assad if we need somebody past this point. We gotta focus on getting past this point, though, I guess. I still feel like I should go halfway instead of all the way in. Because if a grounder gets through, that could end the game. Okay, well, we got a swing. A truly bad input on my end, and that gets the bad swing. Because of course it does. Yeah, I do. I remember your pre-1940s friend. And then who was the guy we found out about? It was like home run something. He said to ask me if I know Red Faber or... It's blocking the last letter. Ed Walsh. Home Run Baker, that's what it was. Baker.
The winning run on second base.
Those names sound familiar, but I can't say that, like, I know who they are.
Raised down by a run. They're the home team trying to pull it out.
There we go. Fastball up and in. Had to challenge him. Now a double play can end it. That was actually huge. Are we in? We're already in double play depth. Perfect. This dude's fast though, isn't he? Guess we'll see how it plays out. Those two players are White Sox players, so that's why they sound familiar to me. They're probably in any other team's history I wouldn't know. The only reason I probably know those names... Oh, hang on. I don't think we got them. Yeah, I don't think we turned 2 on that. We just got to take the out if we can get it and guarantee that we go to the 11th. They're both in the Hall of Fame? Okay, so more reason why I thought they sounded familiar. So when I'm watching a Sox broadcast and they bring up, like, all-time Sox stats, that's probably where I've seen those names. Okay, we're still alive. Hard hit grounder, but still kicking. Apparently, Red Faber has a 67 pitch perfect game. That's insane. I used to be, when I was really young, like we're talking elementary school age, I was really into like old baseball history. And for some reason that kind of left me. But there was a series of books. I also used to be really into reading when I was that age. There is a series of books. If you guys ever read them or anything, but it was like the main character was this kid who he had time travel powers. If he touched a baseball card from the old days, he would like get transported to the past, and then the whole book would be about how he's living in the past at this time of the baseball player's life, and he would like meet up with the player. I just thought that was fascinating. I don't remember if this series had a name, but like every book was titled That Player and Me, and Patrick Wisdom and me. We're going deep. That's a huge home run. We have no outs in the inning and we're doing it already. All right. Okay. Ty Cobb, Walter Johnson, Shoeless Joe Jackson. At least I'm assuming that's who you mean. Orville overall. I'm starting to think you made up that one. Although I don't know, there's some pretty wild names out in those old baseball times.
So they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is. Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
I wonder, should I leave Alzolay in? Is that going to get down? No, it didn't have enough. I should probably come up with a plan for what I want to do. I can at least leave Alzolay into the first 2 hitters. That would make sense. And then if he doesn't have much energy by then, I'll bring in Coulomb. Sounds like a plan.
Instead of staying closed, if he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Swanson, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Oh, dude, I found it. I have found something here. Struggling all day. And all of a sudden, actually, I guess going back to that Seiya Suzuki swing in the 10th.
Christopher Morel with the next cup to hit. Davinsky throws over, and he's back in safely.
Oh, dude. I know that's not going to get down, but that's another pretty solid swing. Overall was a Cub, so he's a real dude. I would love it if they put in some more old school players like that. I feel like they started to a couple years ago when they added in like Ty Cobb and Honus Wagner, and then they just kind of like didn't, and they shifted their focus to like more recent history, like the 90s, 2000s. I would love to see some really old baseball players that we haven't heard about, or maybe that we have heard about and we just haven't gotten to use in the game. That's another hit. All right. I mean, most of today, if I got that slider hanging down the middle, I wasn't hitting it, so that's a good sign.
See the ball very well in this one. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Oh my God, another one? Pete Crow Armstrong? Is that gone? That is? That's a 5 spot here, all of a sudden, out of nowhere in the 11th inning. Where has this been all day? Pete Crow Armstrong, 2nd career homer. Okay, so I missed his first. He must have done that in a simmed game. That was a good swing, too. It's top 11. What's going on? I know. All of a sudden, now I figured it out. And this is a guy we could have had. I don't know. Shelby Miller did pretty good for me today, and now they don't even bring in Sean Armstrong until now. I think I made the right choice.
Batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Maybe I didn't figure anything out. Maybe it was a fluke. You're going to do a road to the show with one of those legends in franchise mode. Is that just like, you just like player lock as the specific player? I've never done that, but I've always thought about it. If that was a thing, that would be kind of fun to like play through a career. I remember there was a 2K, NBA 2K that came out. I don't even remember. It might have been 2K12, and they had a mode that was basically the My Player career mode, but you could use a historical player and then, you know, just put him in the league today. It was actually like dedicated to that. Still going. How often is Pack Attack? Loving that series. Would be awesome if I do it daily. I try to do it every other day. Kind of my base plan is to alternate. You know, one day March to October, next day Pack Attack, and alternate between the two. But I'm also not great at keeping a schedule, so sometimes it gets off. Today, though, was supposed to be the next episode of Pack Attack, and apparently YouTube was having problems with uploaded videos, so it wasn't able to come out today. Should be tomorrow, though. But I'm glad to hear that you enjoy it.
In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Watch out.
the dirt, but kept close. No advance. Good job behind the dish. The pitch. Fouled off.
Is it just me, or are all of these games right now taking so long? This is only my third game, right? We did the Brewers game, we did the pitcher player lock, and now, and that's it.
Yeah, there's ball.
And it's still going.
He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Not what he wanted.
Yeah, toxic. That's what I was just saying. I think it's only the 3. I started out the stream by, you know, just refamiliarizing myself and everybody with the stats and what's going on, and then we hopped into the game against the Brewers, lost that. We did the pitcher player lock, lost that. Now we're doing this. And I think that's it.
Yeah, the pitch is outside. Ball 1.
You player lock, so you add Ortiz to the Twins and then do his whole career. That's cool.
Pat on second. Suzuki at first. 2 out of the inning.
Oh my God, where was this earlier? We could have been a couple innings into the next game if I just did all this earlier. That's 2 3-run home runs this inning, in addition to a 2-run shot to lead it off. This is an 8-run 11th inning.
They can't stop. And
Save some run. I would save some runs for the rest of the season. That's what I'd like to do. You think the whole idea behind Pack Attack is cool? You think my channel could definitely blow up soon? You're also really invested in the White Sox series too. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. I love to hear it. I hope my channel blows up. I mean, I'm happy with what I'm doing, but you know, obviously, if all of a sudden one day it's like, oh hey, things are going a little bit better here, that'd be sick.
their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance.
I don't know. I think I still need to focus on consistency, because I still kind of struggle with that. I mean, I've been saying I want to stream regularly for like over a month now, and I didn't mean regularly as in like every week, and it hasn't even been every week. So definitely things I could improve on.
The designated hitter.
Remember when the Cubs had 36 runs in a game? That does sound familiar, but I wouldn't remember exactly when that was. The one I remember was the was it the Blue Jays against the Red Sox?
Here as we go to the bottom of the 11th.
Might have been just last year.
Cubs 12, the Rays 4.
Keep grinding and put the videos in, and put the videos in stream video. Oh my God, I'm having trouble reading that. Thanks for what you're saying though, but I just, everything jumbled up there in my eyes. But yeah, thanks. I will keep going. I don't plan on stopping. I don't know, guys. I'm hoping that I'm getting to some kind of breakthrough here, because a lot of what holds me back from streaming, especially, is that I'm not good at sleeping. Like it takes me forever to fall asleep, so I just kind of almost give up on it and just like don't even try and sleep until I'm already tired, and then we're talking like, you know, 3-4 in the morning sort of thing. But last week or so I've been trying to get my sleeping a little bit back on track, and today I woke up at like 9:30 and I wasn't even tired. That hasn't happened in a very long time. So hopefully if I can keep doing that, then I can keep doing this, and we'll be doing streams much more regularly. Because I still have, like I said I wanted to do my White Sox theme team as a stream this year, and I still haven't streamed that at all. I have a couple other stream exclusive ideas that I, you know, haven't even done yet because I haven't really been streaming. But we'll get there. The Braves scored 29 a few years ago against the Marlins. It's always fun when teams go off like that, because that's something you can only get in baseball. Like, maybe sometimes like football, but if you think of what like a normal score is, I feel like baseball has the most like variance to the normal score. Like if you think a normal baseball game is maybe like 5-3, like if that's standard, and like, you know, a football game maybe like 21-17 or something like that. But then you can get baseball games that are like 17-14. Like that's just not going to happen in other sports. At least sports that I know of. Only 8 viewers after 110 minutes. I fell off. I haven't even looked at that. I don't know. I know you're kidding, but like, it's just something I don't even pay attention to. Dylan's headed out. Thanks for stopping by today. Pack Attack will be out tomorrow unless there's even more issues. Down to 4 now. Are you just trying to scare me? I don't know. It says 11 to me. We can spare that. That's fine. Actually, when I determined what my plan was going to be back when it matters, that would have been where I took out Adbert, right? I mean, I appreciate everyone who watches the stream. I also, like, you know, I'm fine if you lurk. I'm not going to tell you how to watch the stream, but I definitely appreciate when you guys are, you know, chatting with me. Keeps me entertained too, while I'm hopefully keeping you entertained. I don't know, I'm almost... Okay, that's going to be our last out. I'm almost, like, worried for the day where... I mean, hopefully the day where I have, like, you know, maybe 100 or so people in here, and then I can't keep up with the chat. Because I enjoy reading every single message in the chat, and I don't like the thought of missing any messages. Must have been a lag spike where everyone got booted for a second. That's... Actually, I meant to ask you guys about that. I changed a setting. I turned the stream to ultra low latency mode so that your messages would come, or no, my responses to your messages would go through quicker. And I forgot to mention that to you guys to ask if the quality was fine. If there's like lag spikes, if there's times where it buffers, I don't want that. You're writing a creative story. Nice. I mean, yeah, focus on that. Feel free lurking if you're working on a story. Quality's fine. Okay, I'll take your word for it. I thought when I was getting the stream booted up and ready to go, there was a couple times where like my little preview window kind of buffered and it kind of worried me, and then I completely forgot about it. Okay, here we go. More trades. They really... I don't know if I've ever seen this. They're giving me the option to trade away somebody I traded for this year. Probably don't want to do this one because we're giving up one of our best minor league prospects for just kind of a middle of the road reliever. Oh yeah, Raul's here. I forgot to mention that. How's it going? And then Chops is here. Been around for a while and finally caught a stream. Thanks for stopping by. Haven't done many. Still working on making it more of a routine thing. But thanks for showing up. Yeah, I don't like this trade. I think this one's one we'll just write off anyway. Orioles, Cole Irvin. Why do they keep doing... I took starting pitchers off of who I'm targeting. Why am I only being offered starters? And why am I being offered these like mid-70s C potential 30-year-olds for like big prospects here? Like Matt Shaw, A potential, and then this one, 2 B potentials? Like, I don't want to do that. What about the Rays? We just beat them. They're offering me Sean Armstrong again for nothing again. Okay, well, guess we're adding Sean Armstrong in the end. I think I just hit... Was he somebody I hit a 3-run homer off of? So I probably raised that ERA a bit. He's also regressing a bit, but we're also getting rid of nothing. So there is no reason not to do this. I would imagine... Oh yeah, I forgot actually. Since we traded for Miller, it was Drew Smiley that got sent down. So we're back down to just the one lefty. Didn't even notice that. We'll probably be losing Yency Almonte to add Armstrong. They saw Sean Armstrong do bad against me, and they're like, man, now you can have... That's exactly what happened in my White Sox one. The game after I put up a bunch of runs against him is when they offered me the trade for him. That's actually kind of crazy that that's happened twice with the same player. But yeah, this is the trade we do. There's no reason to decline all these because this is a good trade. So yeah, I mean, I guess there's really nothing else to consider. We just go through with it. Sean Armstrong, your newest Cub. We've made 3 trades, and we've made 3 bullpen additions. We also didn't play as well in that last sim as I would have hoped, especially being against the Cardinals. We're still tied. We started the stream a half game up, and we have been tied with them pretty much ever since. Who else a diehard Cubs fan? Would it make you leave if I said I'm not? I don't dislike the Cubs. This one might make you leave, but I'm a White Sox fan. I don't hate the Cubs. I don't have anything against the Cubs. I used to buy into the rivalry. I don't anymore. The Cubs are, in my opinion, one of the more likable teams. I just know the Cubs Sox thing exists, so I feel like I gotta get out ahead of it. What do we got here? What happened? We didn't get rid of El Monte, so who did we get rid of? I'm not noticing who we got rid of here. I think we gotta go here to find that out, maybe. Was it a starter? I don't think so. Was it... We already had lost Smiley. What am I missing here? Maybe it was maybe it was a position player. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't we usually have 7? Or do we normally have 8? Yeah, we're not missing a position player. I don't know. Do any of you guys recognize? Sometimes this happens and I don't realize who gets bumped off the team, because I think we already had bumped off Drew Smiley with the Miller trade. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Assad is still here. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's not like there's anything I can do about it, but like, I'd like to know. Because I don't think we had Carl Edwards Jr. Although it'd be kind of nice if we did, probably. Both the guys I traded away were like 50 overalls. Smiley's gone. Look at position players for a sec. But I did. We had the same amount. 4 on the bench. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, no, Assad's there. I mean, like I said, I guess it doesn't really matter because we don't have them anyway, and there'd be no way to get them back. But, I don't know. I feel kind of bad that I lost track. Although I'm seeing also Yan Gomes is all the way down to a 65 now. Do I just make the switch now? Do I go to Amaya? I mean, Gomes is hot right now. He's got a 253 average, 306 on base. Amaya is struggling, but he's also getting better. I guess I'll stick with Gomes for now until his play falls off. It's really bugging me that I don't know. I mean, maybe here I'll see something I didn't see. No. Yeah, I don't know. Unless it was a starter that I didn't scroll down far enough to look at. I mean, yeah, no, he's not there. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. But yeah, it doesn't make sense because we added 2 pitchers. We got rid of Smiley, and that's the only one I can think of. But you went back to look and you still can't figure it out. Then I guess it doesn't matter. I think this will probably be the last game I play, the last moment I play here. I said I was going to be on until about 9:30, 10 o'clock ish, and this will take us there. So 1-1 tie, and we got to get out of a bit of a jam here. It's oh, you know what? Yeah, we've already gone through it, but there. I think I was blocking when I was saying we were tied earlier, but now there's the proof. We're tied with the Cardinals. 1-1 tie. Runners on the corners. We've got Sean Armstrong in the game, our newest acquisition. We got to face late night Lamont.
Welcome in. We're in the eighth.
I don't know if I'm going to like this matchup.
Singleton. So here's Wade now.
I mean, I'd want to use Armstrong being our new guy, but it just doesn't seem smart. Yeah, 71 power, 79 clutch. Drop it down to 37 power for bringing a lefty. I feel like that's what we got to do. Although, let's see first what we have going on here. We have Lamont Wade already has a triple, but they have a solo shot for their only run. Robbie Ray is pitching. Ian Happ with a solo shot. Wish they would let me choose. And then Rob, the one thing about March to October is you wish you had more control of the rosters. You and me both, or all three of us. Wait, I wanted to go to Coulomb here. Yeah, that's like the one drawback. Like, I feel like the mode, the way you progress through the season, the player progression with fast tracks, all that is fun. And then it just kind of drops the ball when it comes to roster control. I love the ability to just like play March to October, but then be able to call up whoever I want to call up whenever I want to call them up. I'm even fine, like I would like to put together my trades, but I'm also kind of fine with the trade system in this mode. Like I think it's fine the way it works. But yeah, we need to be able to control our rosters. There we go. 3 pitches, sits him down. No biggie at all for Danny Coulomb. You played March to October once because it was confusing. I mean, I guess, man, it's been in the game for a long time, since 19. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah. I was going to say I don't find it confusing, but then again, I've been playing it for 6 years, so I guess I shouldn't. I don't know, I guess it's pretty straightforward. You pretty much just play the games it tells you to play, and you kind of just got to go on the ride sometimes. A lot of it's automated.
Pitch misses there. 1-2 to count.
You know, I don't know why this just came to mind, but does it ever bother you guys that I have my ear out of my headset on the right side? Because like, I feel like that's one of those things that some people could be bothered by, like if something's slightly off center type deal. I don't know, I like to be able to hear myself. I feel like I sound weird if I put the other one over. I don't know, you guys probably don't care. It's just interesting. You don't even notice? I'm glad then. Because I've wondered, like, if there's anybody who might click on or click into a video of mine and then, like, it just bugs them and they can't watch.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front, dipped into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you
Oh, I thought that was going to break down further. Okay. I mean, this is the matchup right here. They've got Robbie Ray deep into this game. Wisdom up with all that power. And I'm dropping the PCI pretty bad.
Tyler Rogers getting ready to come in for Bob Melvin. Miller also throwing.
Dude, he's got nothing but curveball here. I'll give myself a little credit for that take, though. That was nice.
for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Next pitch.
That's 4 straight. Why does he insist on throwing nothing but the knuckle curve? Hang another one. Oh my god, he did! I asked for it, and he did. 5 knuckle curves in a row, and he finishes it off by hanging one to Patrick Wisdom. I mean, what are we doing? I'm just glad that I figured out whatever I figured out in the 11th inning of the last game, because if I didn't, I probably would have found some way to mess that up. Alright, well now, or we gotta wait till the replay first. And they're bringing a new pitcher. Tyler Rogers. Okay, I'm done hitting now. I'm going to actually remember to warm up my closer this time.
Close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
I'm so glad that created players are out of Diamond Dynasty.
Down 2-0.
I mean, it didn't happen often, but every once in a while you come across somebody using this delivery, but they built their player to throw like 102 outlier. I mean, how are you hitting that? How are you hitting that?
The inside edge. And now 3-0. Still only one out here in the inning.
I probably shouldn't even swing here. I probably shouldn't even act like I'm going to. No, okay.
The zone. 3-1.
There we go. I'll take my walk. Might be the only way I can do anything against this Tyler Rogers is if he walks me or if he hangs some kind of pitch.
Now it's Yan Gomes.
You feel like they should have kept hitters and just not pitchers?
Boys in this lineup, but he has
I mean, I doubt they would go halfway like that. I don't necessarily disagree. But you know what? I used to like... I mean, there's not much that MLB 18 did right, but I think the way that MLB 18 handled created players was maybe the best that it's ever been in Diamond Dynasty. You had like positional programs for each individual position of your created player. So like if you wanted to make your guy a catcher, you had to make your way through the catcher program for the created player, but then if you decided you didn't want to anymore and you wanted him to be a shortstop, you had to start over from scratch basically.
Yan Gomes waits. And another ball.
the guy at the plate could recognize
You stayed away from Diamond Dynasty this year. It's better this year, I think, at least.
and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Caught him.
Uh-oh.
For the K.
Are we not live anymore? I mean, it distracted me to strike out there, but I got some kind of error message. Are we good?
As he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy.
Maybe if I don't know if we're good, I should pause the game. I'm going to pause here until I hear somebody say that they can still see me, and if not, then Toxic says we're good. Okay, I don't know what this error message is then. It says YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Are we experiencing buffering, viewers? I don't know. This is the first time I've ever seen an alert like that, and it's freaking me out. But you guys are saying we're good, so I trust you. I don't know. I might... Ooh, is that going to drop in? All right, Nick Madrigal. I might switch it back to low latency instead of ultra low. Like, I feel like I can see that ultra low latency may be causing issues, and if I see your messages, 2 seconds later, then so be it. I'd rather a stable stream than instant responses.
So even if it takes until his last at bat, you get that sense that a hit's coming from this guy one way or
Oh, that stayed fair. Oh, but we're going to run it out? Okay. Fluke Tyler Rogers a little bit. We got bases loaded. Pete Crow Armstrong, I hit a home run with him, and I think the last at-bat I had with him. He's not doing that good up on the scoreboard. 235 average. I guess he is mainly here for his glove. So any hitting is really only a plus.
it's a must if they stand a chance to win this game.
The Cubbies trying to break this one open here in game one of this 3-game set. And that's down and away.
More of a defensive guy? Yeah, definitely. Last stream, I had his call-up player lock, so I got him a little bit of a boost. And he didn't really help me in that at bat, but you know what? It's Tyler Rogers. Sometimes you're just going to look stupid, and you got to be okay with that.
2 on this homer. On the north side of Chicago.
All right, Adbert. I still feel like that is not the way you pronounce it, but I'm going with it. Adbert Alzolay making his entrance. He's going to shut the door.
The pitch. Ball one, no strikes.
Dansby, weak arm, but only 27 speed. It's going to be close. And he's...
And the leadoff man is
Come on. Come on. We're not doing this in our last game of the day. We're not going to get on like this with weak hits just placed in the right spot. Okay.
Really impressive play.
We're fine, right, guys? We're fine.
Make it close at first, and not every shortstop can even make that play.
Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a fly.
Dude, I
Right through there for his strike.
keep missing my spots here, man.
And now
Please.
to first.
At least get him at first. Okay, nice stop. If he made the play cleanly, we might have been able to turn two, but we got to at least get one out. The first run doesn't matter. The second one does, though.
The next Giant to hit. Golden opportunity right here. On the ground. Down the line, and it's foul.
Edward pitching like his real life self. Is he not nails? Does he not nail it down?
And prevent that run from scoring.
There we go. Need swings and misses like that. I'm going to go, you know what? No, I'm going to go sweeping curve instead, actually. Okay, it would have been better to hit my spot.
Excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. So the tying run at second. Off the mark there.
I'm going to it again. 9-hole hitter will chase this slider. Well, I guess he doesn't need to. Are you...
Base hit. 1 run is in.
Oh, yeah, take more steps, Bellinger. Oh, my God. Perfect throw probably gets him, but if he just threw it... Unbelievable, dude. I might, you know what? I might do the same thing. I might kick him from the closer role, too, after this one. Actually, no, this is not his fault. This is just how the game is being today. The game is just brutalizing me with these bloop hits or weak hits in general.
And that's strike 1.
No ball. One strike.
Swings.
You know, all it is the game wanted me to be live more. If I picked up this win nice and smooth, I would have been getting off. But now we got to play at least another inning at the plate.
And that just misses.
It's a good take.
True, I can get a fireball for walking it off now. Okay, well, it... Oh my God, can anyone maybe rewind and tell me how far off I was to make that a yellow pitch? Because that ended up right down the middle. It has been a rough one today, Chops. This game has been absolutely brutal. Pitching-wise. Like, I've never had this much trouble in one concentrated time period on the mound. But it's just like everything is just going wrong. Yep, that's what happened. Toxic, he is rounding the bases. Now we got a comeback to make. Adbert's done. He did his job.
Mark Leiter Jr. gets the ball now. He's into the game with the bases empty. And here is Matt Chapman. Chapman gets a piece there.
I mean, don't forget those all those weak hits that got us to that spot. I guess we do only have one out. I was gonna say the inning could have been over, but maybe not. I don't know. It's all right, Toxic. I'm heading out after this one too.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. The line to kick the pitch.
There we go. All right.
Chases that.
Out number 2. We gotta keep it where it's at this point.
That's a strikeout.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable.
I don't know. If not Adbert as my closer, who do I stick in that spot? I know Mark Leiter Jr.'s been really good for me, but I don't know if I want to restrict him to just being the closer.
And there's a foul ball. 2 outs, base is empty.
I hung that. Okay. You know, I'm going to go back to that again, just actually in the dirt this time. Well, it didn't have to be, but at least that yellow one went in a decent spot. Another punch out. And now we got some work to do. Oh, and we got to do it against Doval. I was sitting here like, who's their closer? Who are we about to see? And it's Doval.
Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Camilo Doval. And he's done a great job keeping
I'm locking in just about as much as I can here, chat.
the pitch.
Yeah, no chance I'm swinging at that first pitch. Is it just me, or is he having a bad season in the game? I thought he'd been having a good season up to this point, and when I'd used him, he's been solid. I haven't had issues with him.
Visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
The 0-2.
Do something. Okay, it's not getting caught. It's going to be a leadoff double. We needed that to get things going. Tying run coming up to the plate.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes
Sometimes I got to use the pitcher I'm most comfortable with to close. That's true. I guess what I could do is if I check in on Adbert, maybe he wasn't doing that bad as the CPU closer, so I could leave him as the closer and then just not use him myself. I can use somebody else.
0 for 4 with 3 groundouts and a flyout. That one
See, I am taking pitches I'm supposed to take. They're just not ending up out of the zone. I'd much rather get a ball than have to take a strike on a pitcher's pitch. Like that one, too. I'm not going to swing at that before 2 strikes, but he's stealing these as strikes.
tying run at the plate.
Yeah, and then I have to swing at that one. He's keeping everything in the zone. It's a really good pitching performance right now from Doval. Even though he gave up the double. Just wasn't ready for that one on the outer half.
relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas.
Oh, he
So hard.
went to almost the same thing. Not always the easiest to catch up to 100 on the cutter.
The tying run at the plate. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Left-hand batter waits.
All right, there we go. Finally, a ball thrown. At least I think that's the first one. Ah, that is just filthy. And then it has to end up in the zone. I think it's all up to wisdom now, right? He hit the go-ahead homer.
Really good job to get 2 outs out.
Oh,
And that one fouled off.
I go from being way late to way early on that pitch.
That misses the zone, and now it's even 1-1. With the tying run at the plate, we're in the last half of the 9th inning.
Like, are you kidding me? Oh, you're right. First or part-time pitcher, full-time painter, this guy.
The Cubs down to their final strike. That misses. The count now 2-2. Two outs.
Oh, that was it. That was the one. How did I miss that? I was on it. I was just a little under it. Such a small PCI.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't move one either.
And he deals.
All right, we worked the walk. Somehow, we worked the walk. Winning runs coming up to the plate, and it's Dansby.
Dansby swats.
He's got 3 walks today.
He's 0 for 4.
Oh, we have him down into yellow energy. Okay. Okay. He might be a little more wild.
Already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
Oh, look at the timing. I was on it. Wait, is that carrying? Wait, is that carrying? Oh my God, Dansby did it. I thought I popped out. I thought I popped out. I was so far under that. I thought that was a pop fly to left, but Dansby just willed that one over the wall. I wonder if the wind was blowing out. That's the only way that just happened. Dude, I put down the controller. I was done. That was insane. I mean, that is what they call them, the power gaps here in Wrigley, because it's short there. That didn't even end up in the basket. That carried all the way to the first row. That was insane. I wish I knew. I mean, I could go back and check now because we probably saw the wind direction when I was paused at some point, but that had to be what did it. The wind saved me. Man, I'm pumped up now. I'm not going to be able to sleep. What a ride there. 7 runs total in the 9th inning. We gave up a 3-1 lead to go down 5-3, and then we win it on a 3-run walk-off. After, the MVP of the inning was the at-bat before. Patrick Wisdom working that walk to get to Dansby. Dude, you did. You called it right before it happened. Actually, I looked over as it was happening because I thought it was a pop-up. I saw a Dansby walk-off, and I was like, oh, no, didn't happen. And then it just kept going. Look at all that momentum we have now. We got to put some distance in between us and the Cardinals. There's, 4 games in a row we just won? There we go. Keep the winning streak alive. We are... You know what? I'm going to... There we go. Move myself away. We're 2 back. And look at the game we're going to load into next time. 8-7.